Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Frank Sanchez is becoming a much avoided fighter at heavyweight because a rematch was offered to F.A. Ajagba against Sanchez, who's highly ranked with the IBF. The winner would become mandatory for Alexander Usyk's IBF belt. Ajagba turned it down. He'd already been outpointed by Sanchez several years ago. And then they offered the fight to none other than Moses Itauma. Well, he's turned it down as well, presumably because he's considered to be too green to take on someone like Sanchez, who is a very, very good stylist, lots and lots of skills. Cuban guy, typical Cuban style. Has lost once, lost to Ajit Kabayel on a stoppage. And that was, I don't want to take anything away from Kabayel, because if you get in that ring, doesn't matter if you've got an injury. If you're in that ring and the other guy beats you, you lost, all right? So, this was a Riyadh card thing, so perhaps Sanchez thought, I need that money. But he went into that fight with a very badly injured knee. And it did show. He probably did have an injured knee, but tough. You know, if you get in there, you want to take the bag, you take the defeat with it. But he's still a good fighter. He's still a very, very good fighter. 25 wins, just that one defeat. This is a very, very skillful fighter, Frank Sanchez, who probably his career stagnated a bit. Certainly since that loss, he hasn't done a great deal, but he does have that high IBF ranking. And Itauma, I think it's quite right, actually. He'll get a lot of flack for dodging Sanchez, but I think it's right that he should say, no, this is too much too soon. Sanchez style, you know, he's got a good chin. He really does have some skills. He could probably diffuse the bomb in front of him, which would be Moses Itauma, who's obviously young, you know, extremely confident, hits extremely hard, has, you know, looks like he's been fighting for donkey's years. But as we say, there was no substitute for life experience, real experience. And yes, with a prospect like Itauma, you can fast track him, but you can fast track him too soon. And also, if he, let's say he was to beat Sanchez, what's he going to do? Go back to fighting European level? You know, give the kid a chance. He's 20 years old, for Christ's sake. Like all this crap they were talking about, you know, well, he beating Mike Tyson's record. I never bought into that silly, gimmicky thing. You know, he's not Mike Tyson. He's Moses Itauma. Let him have his own career, his own journey. Let him, you know, find his own way, make his own mistakes, craft his own achievements, his own legacy. So, having stepped aside against Sanchez, who pops up? None other than the former Olympian Richard Torres, American Olympian, who I always think looks like a 1970s Liverpudlian footballer. He's got a tash, hair, you know, he's got that sort of all right sort of look about him, you know, Graham Souness sort of look. But yeah, he can fight a bit, Torres. I've never been entirely impressed with him. He's quite a small heavyweight. He's very, very explosive. He likes to get stuck in and throw lots of punches, and he's done everything right. He was a silver medalist at the Olympics a couple of Olympics ago. Richard Torres Jr. I should give him his full title. But he wants to fight. Now that he's the next one in line, he wants to fight Sanchez. He's not going to duck him. And the winner will become mandatory, like I say, mandatory challenger for the IBF belt held by Usyk. So, can he beat Sanchez? I would say he's a rank underdog. I would expect Sanchez to win that fight, to outbox him, but you just don't know. You know, Torres is aggressive. He is very confident. Doesn't have a great deal of what I would call variety. And I would expect Sanchez to win that fight, or I would certainly make him a, 65-35 favourite at least. But Sanchez's co-manager, Mike Barreo, I think his name is, he told Sky Sports, I read this article, Sky Sports, he said, boxers are not lining up to fight a healthy Frank Sanchez. No, they're not. He's got that right. Frank previously easily outpointed F.A. Ajagba, so I understand why he passed. Moses Itauma is a superstar prospect, but likely a bit too green for Frank. Fair enough. Torres is explosive and would make for an entertaining fight. I agree with all of that. Absolutely all of that. Frank notified the IBF he's available no matter the opponent. Frank is determined and will become our IBF mandatory challenger. So Sanchez is doing the right thing, saying the right thing. And yeah, I mean, again, I would expect him to beat Torres. And I mean, I still think F.A. Ajagba is not F.A. Ajagba, excuse me, Ajit Kabayel is deserving of a title shot. I know people are going to say, well, the Sanchez he beat was injured. Again, I repeat, tough. You get in that ring, there shouldn't be any arguments. There shouldn't be any silliness. Oh, yeah, but I was injured. I don't give a fuck whether you're injured. You decided to fight for the money. You went in that ring. You have to take what's coming to you. Take the defeat. And in fairness to Sanchez, he hasn't moaned about it either. You know, it was a calculated risk. Didn't work out. But I think we might see maybe Sanchez, having been out in the cold for a year, 18 months, maybe he'll put a run together, get that mandatory position, and then he can sort of, you know, vie for the title shot. Whether it'll be against Usyk, I doubt it. I think probably all the belts will go up in the air, but we'll see. We will see. All right, what do you think? What's your opinion? As always, leave your comments below. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Support Joe Stunner Boxing. Come on, we've got videos for you every day. All sorts of videos. You'll find something you like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much, and bye for now.